Okay, looks like we are now live. Let me check on our YouTube channel. Just refresh the page and we will see ourselves. Okay, looks like we are live finally. So yeah, Rocketeers, welcome to another day, another live session. But this time we have very special guests. They have been part of this world before, and this time they are running again with us at Rocket Hub. And if you're that person who thinks that your recent e-commerce sales or any lead generation is being done through a channel which you think is performing the best, you guys want to like ensure that you go back and check again where the real attribution is. So that's what happens when you don't track everything correctly and everything messes up in your accounts. This is what today's day is all about, and we have people who have developed this product called BooleanMaths to fix all of that issues for you. And with us, we have Nitesh and Saurav from the team, who are the co-founders. Nitesh and Saurav, glad to have you guys over here. Thank you so much for doing this at night time when everyone's going to sleep, but you guys are hustling, which is good to see. Very rare in today's world, but thank you so much for doing this. You have to have you here.
Yeah. Thanks for having us here, Karan. It's a pleasure to be presenting to the Rocket Up community. If our experience is anything to go by, we have enjoyed working with LTD users. They give great feedback. They support companies at the stage when they really need support,
Yeah,
and that's the reason we are back. We just want more of it, uh, and we love
perfect,
the feedback
perfect.
that we get from this community.
Yeah, that's it. That's the main thing, common thing which we love is they support the SaaS founders. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing the same for HubSpot, right? They would be like,
Yeah.
oh, HubSpot is charging us a lot of money, but with us,
Mhm.
with the small founders, small scale founders right now, they do a lot. So yeah, glad that you guys are here, and thank you for doing this. Boolean Maths. Before you dive in, please let everyone know like what were you doing before you developed Boolean Maths, and why did you decide to fix the mess that the internet has created, which is like the tracking, which is the toughest thing to fix in the SaaS world and one of the most expensive things to, I think, fix. So why did you guys decide to do this? And I've already heard about the name Boolean Maths. Why did you decide to keep that? So we would publish an FAQ about that on the D page if you guys want to care about. But that's another story. So yeah, let the world know the stage is all yours, and please go ahead and go
Sure.
ahead, do this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short so that we don't overrun our 1 hour. So me and Saurav met at an earlier startup called CreditMate, where we were building a digital collection system for loans. That startup was acquired by Paytm, which is one of the biggest fintechs in India. That's how me and Saurav got into the startup ecosystem. We first of all came to know each other, started respecting each other's work, and realizing, this is a team that can do something together in the future. Uh, After CreditMate, we went ways for a bit. I joined a company called Sun, which was in the renewable energy space. Saurav did a lot of entrepreneurship projects on his own. But even while we were working apart, we were constantly brainstorming, exchanging ideas. And one idea that we came across was building a personal data pod for users. So basically, users like you and me, we download the app, connect our Twitter, Reddit, LinkedIn, Spotify, every account to it, and it creates a data pod of all the data that you're generating digitally. Includes SMS, includes email, includes notifications, includes all the tweets that you've made, includes your Spotify playlist. And the plan was that this data pod will interface with brands that want your data. So that instead of brands buying your data from unreliable data sources or tracking them via illegal means, they get your data directly from you. So that was the plan. We set out to build it. We got a lot of users for the app itself. But when we actually went out to talk to e-commerce brands, the overwhelming feedback we got was that most of them don't have data platforms. So, and since most of them don't have data platforms, they actually don't have any way to ingest the data that we want to provide them. Like we want to tell them, hey, Karan likes these products. He spends so much on a monthly basis, but the brand does not have a data platform. They are using Meta ads, they're using Facebook ads, they're using Shopify, but none of these will accept data from us. And
And they will
once we had
confuse the confuse the data, right? I mean, like what's happening, they won't have an idea about.
Exactly. Like they are completely reliant on external platforms for everything. And it's very, very disaggregated. None of them give them a complete view. None of them tell them, you know what, the user originated here. That's what he did on the website. That's what he's doing after the website. Some of it resides on CRM, some of it resides on Shopify, some of it resides on ad platforms, some of it resides on WhatsApp and email platforms. No one, not a single platform is giving them a complete system. And when we had that realization, we realized, you know what, this is actually a much bigger problem to solve. Before we can even think of building a data platform between consumers and brands, we need to build a data platform for brands. So that's how we came across this idea. That is what we will do. As for the name BooleanMaths, it was just me and Saurav brainstorming in Bangalore on uh, at 2 a.m. in the
Two,
night, and
2
just
a.m.
yes, 2
in my
a.m.
in
It
my
was
in my in my balcony. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
in
hope you
Saurav's
guys were
balcony.
having any code rings, right? That's what you were guys were having, nothing
No,
else,
I
right?
don't have
Yes,
that.
just and Saurav was having Diet Coke. I was having water.
Your diet cokes, right? Okay,
That
that's perfect. Yeah, yeah.
we were
Then
high
it
on
was a
Diet Coke and
decision.
water.
Yeah, then it was a decision made with
It
the
was a
mutual
sober decision.
cons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Sober
mate. That's
decision.
good sense.
Sober
Yeah, I
decision
agree.
backed by GoDaddy.com. Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
told
had
that
a
you do register
list.
the domain.
We had a list of domains that we wanted to go after. We
Yeah.
we tried out at least 250 ones, shortlisted 20 or 30 that are available, and out of that we liked Boolean Maths the best. I think our second choice was Boolean Machines, but we preferred Boolean Maths.
Hmm.
We
Yeah, I think
we
maths is
also
fine.
we also bought Boolean Math just as a safety net so that no one actually takes
Yeah,
that
that's what I was
off.
taking. Yeah, because yeah, again, my some American might say, "Oh, I'm
Exactly.
building a
So
Boolean math." You have
for
maths,
for
which
the
is
for
the
the American folks, we
Asian.
also have Boolean Math, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, which is the Asian and British part of it. But yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. I think that's a great story you guys met, and I think you guys aligned on one thing, which is to solve tracking issues, which is good.
Yeah.
Now coming on the product side, so when did you start building this, and how long have you been doing this?
So we started working on this product October 2024,
Yeah.
first week October 2024. We rolled out the first version of the product January, sometime in mid-January. We had a first product hunt launch, I think, on January 22nd or 23rd. Uh, that was around the direct pixel and custom events integration that we were offering to any website. So not just Shopify, WooCommerce, Aimember, any website. So that has remained a core part of our product since then. Everything else has been built around that. So WooCommerce integration still primarily works using that core pixel. Even our Shopify integration works using that with a handler that exchanges information with the app that we have on Shopify.
Yeah.
So that was the first product launch on Product Hunt in January 23rd. The second major launch was in March, on March 3rd, where we went live on Shopify. Since then, we have been splitting our focus primarily on Shopify 50% and 50% on non-Shopify brands, trying to give them the same seamless experience that we're able to provide on Shopify. And since
Makes
then, it's
sense.
just been a series of improvements, user feedbacks, trying to build what they want on a daily basis.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Pretty good journey you guys had. Yeah, let's start. Very much excited to see the product. I've already seen it, but for people, what it means, and I think uh, I've been through this journey of misreading the analytics. Let's say I was handling a Cravio account, right?
Mm,
Cravio and Omniscient account. I saw that there was revenue tracked. Let's say you
mm.
got let's say $100,000 from email. I said that can't be true, because that much I don't think so they can do it. But then when I saw Facebook was reporting $100,000 from ads, I'm like, who is correct, right? Who is speaking the truth when it comes to social or email?
Yeah,
So you don't
that's
know,
ex- that's
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 the problem,
exactly
right?
what it is. Like a
Then
user
clients
will have
say,
interacted
yeah,
a user
yeah,
would
go
have
ahead,
interacted with you on Facebook, he would have interacted
yeah,
with you on YouTube, he would
yeah,
have seen your WhatsApp message and then
yeah,
paid at the end of it. And all those three platforms will say, you know what, this was converted because of us.
correct. So that's the
And if you
that's the
just,
problem you are solving, right?
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Let's do it. Let's you please feel free to share your screen, sort of, or Nitish, whenever you want to, and let's show people the inside of Boolean Maths world.
All right, cool. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can. We can see the screen.
S-
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're an agency or if you're or you have multiple brands operating under you, this is the first view you will see. You can search for the brand that you want to go for and just pick one that has some good quality data. Yeah. So this is a collated view of all the orders that this particular brand is having. Like some of this will be visible on Shopify itself. So for example, you get the order ID, email, product detail, all of that on Shopify. But we will supplement a lot of the information. For example, we will add what the conversion time is for this particular user. How much time did it take from the first touch point to the final conversion? How many ads did they see before converting? How many total touch points did they have? Plus, we will track the entire user journey. So for example, for this particular user, there were 4 touch points, all 4 of them throughout the day today. He started his journey early in the morning at 12:16 a.m. He came back at 11:21, came back again at 5:42 in the evening, and then finally converted just an hour back at 8:57. So this user journey is what will power attribution. Knowing exactly how many touch points the user has, from which sources, what were all the ad campaigns and everything that went into it. Like we can look at another example and you can here see when it's a paid touch point, you'll also get to know exactly what campaign ID, what ad ID, what ad set ID contributed to this conversion. So the first touch point was 4 days back on November 24th. The latest touch point was today at 8:10, and that's what this user converted. Yeah. So when we look at this from an attribution lens, you can pick different attribution models, and this is what it will mean. So let's say you pick a first touch model. In that case, we'll attribute the conversion to the first touch point. If you take a last touch model, that will attribute to the conversion to the last touch point. If you pick a linear model, we will split the conversion between both these touch points. So this campaign will get 50%, the other campaign will also get 50%.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, Another thing I'll quickly show you is, let's
And all of
say,
these reports, let's say if someone is coming in, they can just directly export these reports
Exactly.
and do anything they want with that, right?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. Uh, yeah, so another thing I wanted to show you was key. It's not just the orders that are coming from web. So if there are any orders that are coming from your POS systems, or you have any draft orders, or you have any
App
app
orders.
orders that are happening on your mobile app or from any other sources, we will track those as well. So we will not just look at where the orders are coming from, where the traffic is coming, but also exactly where the order is coming from, and categorize accordingly. Just to ensure that you have a clear idea, your attribution affects your web orders in this way and your app orders in this way, or your POS orders in this way.
Makes sense. Makes very much sense.
You
Great.
can also export those tables from there.
Yes,
Got it. So
absolutely.
these experts. And one more question: order status, right? I mean, what if the order is like faked? So if we could show the faked orders as well, or only the orders which are placed, order status column,
There would
uh,
be cancelled orders.
cancelled or refunded or returned, if
Yeah,
someone wants to see.
yeah. There would be cancelled orders. Like it's not coming. Let's check for second day. Yesterday there would be some cancelled orders also.
Got it. So
Okay.
people would be able to see every
Yeah.
transaction that's happening. They say that okay, this was a faked order which came from this place and stuff like that.
Yes. So
Got it.
anytime we are constantly pinging Shopify systems, or if it's on your website, we'll constantly ping there to get any updated order status, and that will
Got
reflect
it.
over here. And that will also go back and reflect any return action calculations we do for you. So
Makes sense.
Meta's ROAS and Google's ROAS will only reflect the original order status, because that's the only time they fetch status. Our ROAS uh, will actually include the cancelled orders and uh, exclude the cancelled orders as well. So it's a
Ne-
much more accurate picture of what's happening.
And they select for the yesterday part in this month. Yesterday, and there will be two cancelled orders. You can see. Just increase the window. We are also showing the returning users and those things. Just increase the 50 row page.
Just
Okay,
So
on
go
the
to the
user type it says returning, so which means it's an existing customer.
yeah, in
Yeah,
second, go to the
Mhm.
second page. Yeah, second cancel. That's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
yeah.
So it means that he tried to place the order, then
And
cancelled, or he just cancelled it after placing it.
after placing cancelled.
Got it. And I like the conversion time thing, which everyone will appreciate because it will give an idea about each product and like how much time is it taking to
Yeah,
convert
yeah,
convert that customer.
it varies a lot. Like you might have conversions that take only 2 minutes from start to end. Like the user saw your ad and he was so impressed that he just bought it. And you might have
Mhm.
conversions that take up to a month. So they spent a whole lot of time uh,
Yeah.
deciding whether they want to buy or not.
And folks, for everyone watching this right now and who will watch this in future, because products like Hyros, Wicked Reports, and all of them, they charge a bomb to do this. Like if you're not sure, they charge like thousands of dollars per month, not a year, per month to show you
Yes.
this information, right? And if your orders keep increasing, they will like I think they would blow off your whole MRR. If you're a SaaS or if you are an e-commerce, you will be paying massive chunks to just see the correct data. So that's what BooleanMaths actually you have democratized, or I would say decentralized the access to correct tracking information to small business owners and e-commerce stores.
Absolutely. Like we've seen triple bill pricing. It it won't be digestible unless you are a $1 million brand per month. And even then, it's difficult because you're spending almost a percentage of your revenue every single time someone buys it.
Yeah,
So think
just
about
to
it.
like ensure that you have the right data.
Yes, think about it. You get $100 from an order, 20, 30 of that went to ads, another one or two goes to triple rate. It's absurd.
And safety.
Anyways, the margin is razor thin, and these platforms just want to eat into it further.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you're saying something.
No, continue. This is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go forward. Very excited to see what's further.
Yeah. So let me jump to Ads Manager then. Now that you've seen what the data looks like, let's see what we actually do with the data.
Sure.
Yeah, this fetches live data, so it takes time, but it's worth it. It's bringing Meta and Google system to fetch the latest data on your ad campaigns.
Got it. In the meanwhile, we can take one question from it's coming on your screen. Is it GDPR compliant? That is IP tracking. Two. Is this solution primarily for e-commerce, or can I also use it for traditional models such as professional services, lead generation services, or agencies?
Uh, it is GDPR compliant. Like we have worked with European clients and tried to meet all the standards that they requested from us. Um,
Yeah. And the
we
second
do
part of the
focus
question
on
was, yeah, if you
we
can
do
read this.
focus on WooCommerce and Shopify more, but it works very well for traditional business models as well. As long as you have a domain and you have certain events defined on it, we can track all those events. So I'll just quickly show you what that looks like before we jump into Ads Manager. Yeah, so like you can set up all these custom events on any domain. If you even have a professional services website, you can add a login or an add to cart or a checkout start or a checkout finish event over there. And as long as you have those events configured correctly on the website, it will power the same attribution models, will power the same reports, everything will work the same way.
Makes sense. That's nice. And
In fact,
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
in fact, over the currently 250 plus live projects on BooleanMath, 100 plus 100, I think around 110, 120 are Shopify. That's another 30 or 40 that are WooCommerce. The rest are all non-Shopify, non-WooCommerce.
Got it. So you have a mix of businesses and not just all e-commerce stores, but you have even
Yes,
traditional and professional services tracking. Let's
yes,
say people have to track forms, right? Their lead gen forms. So they would
yeah.
track, okay, these people filled the form from they gave from this particular source. So that attribution is solved. So and after this, I have one more follow-up question. So should people just stop even using Google Analytics for events and goal tracking after they use Boolean Maths?
Google Analytics has its purposes. It does a few things that we are not really focused on. Our focus is more on marketing and ad spend. Google Analytics focuses more on website tracking, website optimization. So if that's the only angle you're looking at Google Analytics for, good for you. But if you are trying to use Google Analytics to understand which traffic is giving you the best results, which channel is giving the best results, then BooleanMaths is hands down way better than that.
Perfect.
Yeah. But frankly, most of our clients don't really log into their Google Analytics portal as often as they log into a BooleanMaths.
Okay. Perfect. Let's move forward. Amazing information.
Yeah. So this is what ad campaigns will look like within BooleanMaths. So you can, for example, see that there are 17 meta campaigns for this particular brand. What we will do is we'll fetch all the data from the ad platforms themselves. So I'm fetching what the amount spent was, what the budget is, how many clicks happen, how many visitors, and so on. How many orders is the ad platform reporting? But I'm supplementing that with how many orders are we tracking. So you can see that the ad platform is reporting 3,700 something orders, but we have only tracked 2,300 true orders. And out of that, 9% is returning customers, which contributes to a total loss of 1.41 and new customer loss of 1.28, while the ad platform is reporting 2.3. So this difference is where BooleanMaths really stands out. It's actually giving you a clear picture on what's actually happening on your ad accounts. While Meta's
Correct.
overestimating because it does not see Google campaigns, it does not account for them. We are giving you the right picture because we see
And
all
they
the
they
forward
want to
maps.
make more money, so that's very much natural for them to take a lot of
Yes.
credit.
So there's three primary reasons why Meta overestimates. So one is overlap with other channels, where Meta will take 100% of credit. The second is view only credits. So Meta has a 7-day click, 1-day view attribution model. So even if someone saw your ad just while scrolling past it, did not care about it, Meta will attribute that conversion to them. And third is statistical attribution. So Meta will say that, you know what, this order came from traffic, which is very similar to traffic that I have shown my ad to. So it's quite likely that has come from us. We just have not been able to identify it yet.
But yeah,
So
that makes sense.
those are three reasons why Meta overestimates by a lot. Google overestimates less. Typically, we see that Meta will overestimate by 70%, Google will overestimate by 20-30%. Even here, we can see that Meta is overestimating by a significant margin, 1.4 as opposed to 2.3. Google is still comparable, 3.85 as opposed to 4.03.
Makes
But
sense.
yeah. You might ask then, if I'm only using Google, should I still go with this? The answer is in the details. So like even if the average out is relatively close, you can see at a campaign level, it can be quite different. So we have campaigns that it's 2.83 versus 4, or 1.7 versus 3.3. So at a campaign level, the story can be very different.
Makes sense.
And as opposed to a lot of other platforms, we don't just do attribution modeling at a channel level. We do it at a campaign, ad set, ads, and even at a creative level. This is something we added very recently in response to Meta's new Andromeda changes. So if you're unaware, what Andromeda does is it relies heavily on creatives. It tries to match the ad creative that you have with the audience behavior that it sees. So
Makes
analyzing
sense.
performance at a creative level becomes very important.
And even Meta doesn't give that information in their dashboards on creative level.
Yeah, I've seen that. Perfect. Makes sense. And so creative, the fourth tab, creative, is the total creatives these guys are running. That's the ads, right?
No,
Or
Exactly.
the
that's
graphics.
it's the graphics themselves.
Got
Yeah.
it. Graphics. Okay. Makes
Like you
sense.
might be using one graphic across 2-3 ads.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Makes sense. Cool. Yeah. Before we move to the next, I think there's a question from Dan. Klaviyo gives the same information, though it doesn't give you a choice of attribution models. Would the data match if you choose a matching model in Boolean match to the one Klaviyo uses?
The question here is, does Klaviyo have all the information that we have? Is Klaviyo seeing the entire user journey before converting? If they are, then the same attribution model should give the same answer. But I don't think Clevo is tracking the Shopify journey of the user or the e-commerce journey of the user as well as we are.
Hmm.
And then one thing more, right now it is in development, so every order get tracked. From every campaign we will show the order ID and the person who bought it. It's in development server, it will go live in just 2 3 days.
Makes
So you
sense.
can rely more on our data, and so you can track the user journey of each campaign and their orders, which you will not get in Klaviyo, you will not get in Meta and Google Ads. They will say
So
73 is
basically,
number, 73 is number, but that number, like who are the 73 guys who bought that product? We will show 73 guys who bought the product.
yes, basically, if I just click over here on 30.7, it will open up a tab with maybe 41 users who have bought this product and the contribution according to this attribution model, which will
It's
total
like,
up to 30.7.
yeah, it's live in dev server, yeah.
Hmm. Makes sense. That's perfect. Cool. There are two more follow-up questions, and then from Dan, and then we move to the next part. Let's show it. Does it take some time for the returning customer info to be accurate? How would the system track that for orders that occurred before BooleanMaths was being used? Like
That is a very good.
historical orders.
Absolutely, that is spot on. So for systems like Shopify, which also maintain their own order history, we are able to fetch that history and make sure that the new versus returning is accurate. For a non-Shopify system, where we basically have a pixel set up on the website domain and there is no order history to be fetched, we have to start from scratch. In that case, it will take some time for the new versus returning to populate well. Obviously, if you have a order history that you can provide to us, then that is something we can help you with. We can migrate that data and make sure that your new versus returning data is accurate from the get-go. Yeah, but
Makes
it's
sense.
that it's automatic in Shopify where we have that history. It's not automatic anywhere else.
Okay, makes sense. Perfect. How do you handle creative level tracking for ads that have dynamic text and image options to form different combinations?
Sorry, you want to take this?
Yeah, so every creative is attached with the multiple ads, and we have the information about the ads from the meta ads insight API and our own tracking system. So we measure it up, we add it up, and give it the creative level addition of each ad. So like one creative has three ads, we adds all the budget, we adds the true ROS, we adds orders, and also we map it up so that there is no duplicate. So that's solve this thing.
Got it. Cool. That's perfect. Okay. I think. Oh, okay. I think Dan. I think Nitesh. Going back to the
Yeah.
question about returning people. He said I should have said visitors, not customers. He meant returning visitors, not returning customers.
Okay.
So this
All
this
right.
question, which you answered.
Yeah, understood that. So yeah, for visitors, it has to start from scratch from the moment BooleanMaths install because no system maintains that data. So Shopify doesn't do that, WooCommerce doesn't do that. Even if you wanted to get that data of your historical visitors, they won't give it us at the granular level we need for fingerprinting.
Got it.
So visitor data starts from the moment BooleanMaths install.
Makes sense. Perfect. Cool. I think yeah. Let's move forward and then we come back to the questions. But yeah, great answers, great product. Now, pretty much happy with what it's out there.
Thanks, Brian. Cool.
And
So
the
the
one,
next thing,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
sorry.
yeah, one question we can take about that predictive budgeting. It will come in Ad Manager only,
Yeah, sure.
and
But yeah, this is a question from Bruno. Bruno is a very great guy. One of the best people we have in the Rocket Up community. He gives great feedback. So, any plans to invest in predictive budgeting and smart bidding features?
Yes, we do plan to do it. So I'll give you a bit about how this feature will evolve over the next couple of months. So within the next 15 days, we will add recommendations to this feed, to this ads manager. So what that will mean is for each campaign, ad set and ad, we will have signals generated based on whether it's an ad that's fatiguing, which has been shown too many times, whether it's an ad which is trending up in ROAS, which is trending down in ROAS, whether it's an ad that is underutilized because the ROAS is high, but the ad spend is low, or whether it's an ad that's overutilized and the budget should be scaled down. So basically, we'll measure all ads on 8 different marketing signals, which we believe are optimal for analyzing it. Using those 8 different marketing signals, we'll create a recommendation for each particular ad, whether it should be scaled down, scaled up, increase ad set, turn it off, turn it on, try a different creative. So that
The,
recommendation model will soon essentially replace the analytics view. We want to shift from an analytics view to an action-oriented view.
Nitesh,
And
you can give Bruno some sneak peek from dev server all, if for the same brand if you want.
okay, let me see. I've myself not seen it, so it's new for me also.
Swastika. Yeah, it's live. So it's on dev server. No, yeah, you can see right
Let's
now.
see. Great.
No, no, no.
Fantastic.
AI recommendation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Uh, cool. So we're basically starting to track whether your performance has gone up over the past week and not. Which which what are the top 5 actions you're making? Why are you making those actions, and what the action is?
Yeah. So Bruno,
Nice.
it's in development. So bear it was. It will be bit fussy, but yeah, we are working on that.
Bruno says, "Wow,
Nice.
secret stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are
Perfect.
seeing it at the same time as me. Sometimes I got to also get surprised.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, yeah. We ask sometimes founders to like showcase what they're working on. This gives Rocketeers kind of a sneak peek, and even they
Mhm.
get an idea of what's coming next already in your space, and
Yeah.
even gives an idea to your competitors to like speed
Mhm.
up, and reach their level. That's perfect. All right,
Yes.
let's move forward. Amazing, amazing things.
All right. Cool. So next up, what I want to look at is the product section. So you can find it over here. It's products/SKUs. So here we analyze your e-commerce store from the product's perspective, like what all products you're selling, how are they performing for you, and which channels are contributing to sales. So I can see that for this particular product, it has the price range of 1250 to 3799 across all its variants. There are 2 variants, the one at priced as 1250 and another at 3799. I can see how much was sold for each variant, what channels are selling those particular products. Can quickly shift. I can see what the total revenue made for each variant is, what's the average selling price, and what's the average discount. So I can see that for the cheaper product, I'm selling with a discount of only 9%, but for the more expensive one, I have to go up to a discount of 16%. I can see what the cancellation rate is. Like, even though this is a cheaper product, it's selling more, much more, but the cancellation rate is also quite high. The second one has a much lower cancellation rate by comparison.
Makes sense.
How many ads are they seeing is converting? How many returning users? I just quickly shift the one. Yeah. And you can see this across all products. You can see which channels are contributing to sales. So like for this product, I can see 84% is coming from Meta, 11% from Google, and another 3% from WhatsApp, which is big. For other products, it might be the other way around. So you can see that 66% is coming from Google, 29% from Meta, and another 4% from big. While there will be some products that actually sell very well on retargeting campaigns on WhatsApp, might not be selling as well on Meta and Google. So here, even if Meta and Google are not that great, WhatsApp is actually doing a pretty good job.
Mm.
One more thing that we provide, which I haven't seen any other platform provide, is the conversion rate at a product level. So this number here, 3.9%, this is the conversion rate for all the visitors that saw this product page. So like
Okay.
there were 11,000 something visitors on this product page, out of which 459 converted, giving you a conversion rate of 3.9%. So you can quickly see which products are the highest conversion rate. So even if your ads are doing a good job of getting visitors to your product page, if half your products do not do a good job of actually getting those products users visitors to convert, then you know where the problem is. It might not be your ads, it might be the products themselves.
Yeah, makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah. We've started working on some geography related features as well. So you can quickly see where these products are actually originating, where they are selling, what are your hot regions, what are your cold regions. Maybe you're selling well on the East Coast, maybe you're not selling well on the West Coast. You can get a geography of all of that.
This is good. This is kind of a visual map, uh, and I think it shows people quickly where they should invest their money. in which
Yes.
regions, and I think even this directs their future marketing campaigns, not just for Facebook and Google, but even
Mm.
for their traditional campaigns. Let's say if they're doing some traditional,
Yeah.
they know that which market is good. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Like it's not just for marketing. It's possible that you have offline stores in certain regions. That's why you're getting a lot of sales from there.
Yeah,
We have brands
and
that have offline stores in certain regions, so they get a lot of sales over there. While the
and
other
then you can do
places, not so
reverse,
much.
and then you can do like reverse. If traditional is working, then you know that, okay, if you use run ads and then you
Mm.
know invite more people, that way this data is helpful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right. Any questions that should take, or should I jump to the next one?
We are good for now. Bruno had a compliment for you guys.
Thanks, Bruno. Really appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's move to the next good stuff. I think this is a movie, which is happening. So this can be published on Netflix. Fix your tracking. Can be the title.
Let's see that. So next, what I want to cover is our link builder influencer features. So what this does is it helps you structure your influencer campaigns and social media campaigns in a way where it adds to your attribution models. Like we have seen brands do influencer campaigns and pay influencers based on the impressions they generate or based on the comments and engagements and likes they generate, which is not really what's paying your bill. Like an influencer got 2,000 likes. Why do you care? You care about how many products did they buy from that influencer, which
Mm,
is difficult to track, which is why we built out this wing of our product. So what this does is it gives you two capabilities. The first capability is to create an influencer. Like these guys have created two influencers, Kushbu and Sayam. It's pretty easy. Just add the influencer name, add the platforms you'll work on, add any creators you want to attach to it, and that's it. The second step is anytime you want that influencer to post something or you are posting something on your social media, you create a link from here. Select the
mm,
tracking link. So you can select our domain, bfas.ai, which is similar to Bitly. So people already know about it, or you can add your own domain as well. So if you want to track on your domain, you can add that domain and you'll be able to track it as long as you give us access uh, to track that domain. Uh, Add your custom URL ending. Like you will get 25 free when you start, so you can use up to 25 easily. Add the destination page where the URL is going. Add
mm,
any source tags, any medium tags that you want to track for this particular URL. Add the influencer that's using this. So if it's your internal social media team, maybe add that. If it's an influencer you're working with, maybe add their name. What this will do is any tracking that happens on this URL, any click that happens over here, plus any add to cart orders that happen after the visitor visits your store, all of that will be collated at an influencer level. So I'll be able to see exactly how many people are buying from each link, and I'll also be able to see how many people are buying for each influencer. So you don't have to continue paying them out based on likes. You can actually pay them out based on how much money you made.
oh, that's nice.
And this also means that you don't have to go around the confusing system of sharing coupon codes with them interrupting their video and sharing a coupon code with their audience, and their audience trying to remember that coupon code and coming up with on your checkout page and putting that coupon code in. None of that.
Mm.
You just let them share the link, let things go happen naturally.
So it removes a lot of, I would say, influencer managers who are not doing nothing but just doing this,
Actually, who are charging
manual
10,000 rupees
setup.
per post,
Yeah,
ten
yeah, yeah.
thousand,
That's
thousand
yeah,
dollars per post.
hilarious. They're taking a lot of commissions in between and
Yeah,
doing
we
all
have
of
seen
that.
a lot of them. That Twitter influencers will be like, hey, give us $100 for a post and we'll get you so many likes. Like, fine, how many clients will you get? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
care about
that's
likes.
yeah, I don't know why. That's why influencer industry is very broken. I don't know. That's just my view that the returns, right? So let's say
Mm.
if there was a BooleanMaths product just for influencers, many of the brands would really see that how much money are they really bringing,
Yeah.
right? And that
Yes.
would be like you spend crores and you're getting like thousands, or if you spend millions of dollars, you're getting hundreds of $1,000 back. So that attribution, the investors would like quit. Investors would just quit that company. That's what That's what will happen. If they see the data like this, if they see the data like they see it in Meta and Google, and if you
Mm.
just put that, they're done. The whole industry goes
Yeah.
down.
It's an
Um,
industry that's thriving because there's not effective measurement right now.
yeah,
Once there's effective
exactly.
measurement, it will be brought under control.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you guys do something about this?
We
Sure.
will.
Soon.
All right. So yeah, before moving next, we have question. You can also tell if there are lots of bots. Uh,
Yes, Dan, we can. If we get, we try to do that periodically. We try to update our logic to identify bots. So any traffic that seems to be unnatural, or it's spiking at the wrong times, or there's patterns in there, we try to identify it and exclude it.
Makes sense. All right. And there's more question from Bruno. He asks about any additional ad networks planned.
So next we are working on Snapchat and TikTok. Let me know if there's something else that you would like us to look at. But the next thing we'll add is Snapchat and TikTok.
Okay. And Dan asks, you still need the affiliate platforms to automate payments. He's talking about the affiliate influencer thing over there.
Yes, I agree. So you guys will still need GoAppro or someone else who does that. Uh,
Mm,
we will figure out a way to work with them to make that experience seamless.
mm. Makes sense. Cool. One more question from Bruno. I got here late, but so not sure if it's already covered. But can you explain how the credit system, events per month, etc. What is charged and how much? Any estimate of what these mean in terms of traffic spend? So basically, explaining the plans which we have, and what each variable means, so people are clear about this.
All right. Sure. Let me just go to the plan itself. Yeah. So there are three tiers. $49 tier, there's a $99 tier, and a $249 tier. I think the one that you need to understand the most is the 1 million events per month or 30 million events per month.
Yeah. Okay.
So an event is any user activity that we track on your domain. So for example, so like these are all the visitors that have come on this domain recently. If I go into this particular visitor, all the activity that they've done on your domain, if they've seen a page, that's one event. If they've seen a second page, that's another event. If they tried to add to cart 5 times and then they did a checkout, that's 6 events. If they finally
Hmm.
purchased, that's another event. So this particular visitor only did one event, they visited a page and they bounced back. So this will be just one event. But basically a visitor can have multiple events in each session. All those events will add up to this particular limit. So typically we've seen that most brands who are also within our startup tier, which is $25 per month, they fall well within the 1 million events range. Any brand that has up to uh, 5,000 orders per month, they will be within the 1 million events per month range.
Makes sense.
It's only when brands have more than 5,000 orders, they will cross over to the 5 million events per month tier. And if it's
Hmm.
brands that have more than 25,000 orders, they will cross up to here.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
this is for all the projects combined. So different projects will have combined events.
Yes, so that's the second question. Projects. So I'll quickly show you what that means. Yeah, so when you log in, this is the interface you will see where you can see all your different projects. If you're working with multiple brands, you will see all those different brand projects over here. And we will track events individually for each brand. So it's possible that one project you have 200,000 events, other project you have 50,000 events, another project you have 700,000 events, totaling up to 950,000 events, which means you're still within the limit of 1 million events. But if you have a fourth project that has another 1 million events, then you have crossed that 1 million limit.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So I think
One
that's what you want to share. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. One final caveat, we also have a conversion APIs feature where we send data back to Google and Meta. You can turn it on from within the platform. What this enables is for us to send all the data we are tracking onto Meta and Google in a format that they can ingest. This is extremely useful to ensure that Meta and Google have complete visibility, because Sometimes you're not able to see what's happening on your domain because either because of privacy browsing or because of ad blockers. When that happens, our system acts as a backup and ensures that Meta and Google have that data. So any data that we send via conversion API, that will also count in events. So what that means is if we track 100 events on your domain and we send those 100 events on to Meta via conversion API, then that's 200 events that we processed. 100 on the tracking side and 100 on the integration side.
Got it. Okay, there are some follow-up questions from Dan, which is up to 500 orders. Hard to understand. It said
No,
something about 500 orders.
no, what I said was typically brands that have up to 5,000 orders, they have 1 million events per month, or they fall well within the range of 1 million events per month. I'm just
Got
giving
it.
you a rough estimate of if you don't know how many events you have, you can maybe estimate it from the number of orders you have.
Got it. And Bruno had a follow-up question. How much per month ad spend average for each T1 $25 per month?
Um, yeah, so typically ad spend is for the first year guys is around $2,500 per month, somewhere
Okay.
between $2,000 to $4,000 per month. $99 is upwards of $5,000 per month, and
Okay.
249 is upwards of $25,000 per month.
Got it. Also didn't hear where I think he was talking about the same thing. If it was 500 orders average or 250 ad spend per month.
Bruno, you keep decreasing the numbers I say by 10. I said 5,000
Yeah.
orders and I said
Yeah.
2,500.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bruno's question came in the same way that Dan's came. But yeah, so 5,000 orders, right?
Yes. It's a rough estimate. If you have
Yeah.
5,000 orders, then you likely have 1 million events.
Yeah, 5,000 orders, not five. So it's just an estimate, Dan. Like it's just giving an idea of if you have to calculate how much events you need, like so I do this math to understand that. That's the only comparison he's making. So yeah, that's correct.
Better
Uh,
yet, just buy the first year and upgrade when you
yeah,
see. So like
correct,
we'll give you a heads up within a day or two what your
correct,
estimate is going to be, and you can upgrade accordingly.
correct. Can I delete a project and create a new one instead?
Absolutely, you can do that.
Okay, perfect. So I think we are done with the questions, good ones right till now. So you can continue with the thing.
Yes, you can show dashboards.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so along with the features themselves, where you can track orders, ads, management products, we also provide other dashboards where you can see, analyze your data at a granular level. So like you can see exactly how many orders came today, the total order value, what's the order trend looking like over time. So you can see that at the start of the month I was doing slightly better, but it's slightly lower towards the end of the month. Like for this particular chart, I've segmented by conversion time. So I can see that roughly 50% of my orders are people who are converting within 1 day. And there's also some chunk that is uh, converting after 60 days. So like every day I'm getting almost 20 orders, which are people who might have first interacted with me 2 months back. So it's necessary to keep going back to people who are maybe lost to other systems, but if you just touch them on WhatsApp or on email, then they'll end up converting. Similarly, we also look at what channels are contributing. So I can see that Meta in isolation is contributing to almost 40% of the orders. Similarly, Google in isolation. This is the chunk where Google and Meta are both working in parallel. So roughly every day I'm getting 7 to 10 orders where both Google and Meta had a touch point on the customer. Similarly, there are other orders where it's Google and some other channel, Meta and some other channel, Google, Meta, and a third channel together. So all of these are used combinations will be track where it's only Meta, where it's only Google, where it's a combination of both. Yeah.
Makes sense. That's good.
You can export all of this data. So individually, you can export this, you can download this, you can export the tables as well. I'll quickly show you the attribution dashboards as well.
Yep. Dan mentioned it was just hard to understand the accent with the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, mate. Dan, where you're from, we can drop in. We would adjust the accent and speak in that. But yeah, I think if there's any more questions about this, you can please feel free to drop in. We would be able to answer you pretty much anything you want.
Mm,
No problems.
yes. Sorry about that. We will try to be clearer. All
Cool.
right. So in the attribution dashboard, you can directly compare your different attribution models. So I can quickly see what's the contribution for Meta using paid first touch as opposed to a simple first touch, where you're looking at all touch points, not just paid ones, as opposed to a last touch. So basically, if I look at only paid first touch, Meta is contributing 6 million. If I look at first touch, including organic, it's contributing 5.5. Now you can do this for all channels, WhatsApp, email, everything.
Got it.
And similarly, a trend over time, it maybe the trend's going up, trend's going down, all of those
Hmm.
things. And
Makes
this is all
sense.
in superset, so we have the capability of making more anytime you want us to add something. So if there's something missing and you need it, just drop us an email with like a hand-drawn sketch if you want to, or like a snapshot of some competition, and we will replicate it as quickly as we can.
Hmm. Got it. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. What about the yeah, I think that I was coming to the first touch, last touch, and all of the attribution models, because that's what people get confused about, right?
Yeah.
Which is which model should they track inside BooleanMaths, right? So which model will give them the exact thing? Let's say they have used uh, first quick. So should they just take a look at first quick, first touch, or how should they go about with the attribution models?
No, absolutely not. Um, yeah, let me jump to it. So we provide 4 attribution models in our ads manager. There's first touch, there's last touch, there's linear touch, and there's any touch. So I'll quickly cover any touch. Any touch is a model where we measure the total footprint of our ad campaign. Like this ad campaign touched 400 visitors before they converted. It's not an indication of their attribute comparison, it's just an indication of footprint if you want to understand what's the total impact of these orders. First touch is very good for highlighting discovery campaigns, which campaigns are finding users for you. So if you have a high ROAS in first touch, you should absolutely keep those campaigns on.
Hmm.
Last touch is great at finding campaigns which are actually converting users. So we have these 4 models: any touch, linear touch, first touch, and last touch. Last touch is great at finding campaigns which actually convert users for you. So if you have a high last touch model, it just means that that model is applying the finishing touch on the work that some other campaign is doing. So maybe your Google campaigns brought in 100,000 users, visitors, and your Meta campaigns found the 10,000 that actually pay. So both of them might be working well in tandem, but that will only be highlighted when you look at those different models and the data according to them. As a balanced view, if you don't want to do all of that mental calculation, we suggest that you should always look at linear touch, because regardless of whether it's a discovery campaign or conversion campaign, it will have a good linear touch score. So any
Okay.
campaign that's doing well either on the conversion end or on the discovery end or on the assisting end in the middle period, they will have a decent linear touch score. If a campaign has a bad linear touch score, then there's something seriously wrong with it.
Hmm. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, perfect. There's a follow-up question from Dan, or a new question, which says, "What capabilities does Triple Whale have that Boolean Maths doesn't expect to have within the next 6 months?"
Yeah. So one thing I would highlight Triple Whale has that we don't expect to have very quickly is the sheer amount of integrations that they have. It's a much older platform than us. So they've had time to build a lot of integrations that we have not. We have prioritized the ones that our live users and our prospective users have highlighted to us.
Yeah. Can you
So even within,
show the integrations as well?
yeah, sure. Yeah, so these are the ones that we work with right now. So
Got it.
even within 6 months, I highly doubt that we will have all the integrations that Triple Whale has. Having said that, we do believe that we will cover 98% of the most essential ones that Triple Whale has. Like even now, we cover the top 15 platforms. Pretty soon, we'll cover the top 50 platforms.
Hmm.
Other features that Triple currently has, specifically the agentic workflow, AI recommendations, those are ones that will go live within the next 2-3 months at most. We'll have agentic workflow live sometime in January, February. Most likely, I'll be doing a demo and Saurabh will tell me, it's already live at the backend. But yeah, we'll have agentic workflow live in Jan, and we'll have AI recommendations live in December. So those are two clear gaps that we've identified, which we will cover up very quickly.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's good news, and I think these are the major platforms. But this is what Bruno is suggesting you to do is these integrations, which is X in ads section, X, Twit, Pinterest, YouTube in automation, N10,
Mhm.
Albato, native integration, Zapier alternative, which is Pabbly and all of those. Uh, Email is Akuma Mail, and a lot of LTT people have this. So you got if you want this list, I just copy what Bruno gave and give it to you guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
sure.
just copy that. Thanks for suggestion, Bruno.
All right, perfect. Cool. There's one more question from Dan, and I think we can move forward. How will tier 2 and tier 3 differ in terms of future updates?
Mm,
S- So
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
lot of AI features that we are doing right now, like I think Nitesh showed you dev servers and agentic stuff. All the users who are using tier three will have the first access and even more like usability context and those stuff. So tier three user will be first prioritized. They will have more like credits using those products. Nitesh.
Yeah, exactly. So tier 3 will have early access to most of the features. So we will treat them as a power users who have early access to the proper features before we are able to refine them, optimize them, and release it at a larger scale. Because it's difficult to release a feature to hundreds of users unless it's optimized computationally. So we like to release them in stages. So tier 3 will have that early access. Uh, and for AI features, we will see what we can do in the future, but it's quite likely that we'll have to do BYOK stuff to ensure that you guys get the best AI features that you need, and we stay monetarily afloat on that end.
Hmm. Makes sense. Perfect. Thanks, Dan, for asking that question. That clarifies and hopefully moves a lot of people to tier 3.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Another thing I'll quickly add. So, primarily the difference between tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 will remain the limits. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 will get access to all features either via early access or in a month or two after the features optimized. So, like in a
Okay.
long-term scale, there is no difference between tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, except for the limits. Even the AI
Perfect.
feature that we're talking about, they'll be accessible to all tiers as long as you guys can provide your own keys which you can plug in.
Yeah. With the AI features require payment after the first few credits are given for testing.
Uh,
Yes.
yes. If you can plug in your own key, then no. But if you're not plugging your own key, if you're using our key, then yes.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's what the questions were till now. If you have anything else to even like show people, like anything's hidden inside you, then yeah, that there's something which you didn't show.
No, I just wanted to quickly show the conversion API interface as well.
Yeah.
This is where you
Perfect.
can set up how
Hmm.
you send data to Meta and Google. So like you can easily select an account that you send data to, select the pixel you want to connect to, and you can select even the events that you want to send to. So if say you feel that you don't want to send all the events, you want to focus only on the high priority events, that's taken care of. Like I can only send add to cart and I can just get rid of everything else. Then send checkout start and checkout finished. I won't send these events. And our systems will take over from that point on. We will start sending these events to Meta and Google in a format that's uh, that that's acceptable to them, and that sync will work real time.
Got it. Cool. All right, let me see if we have one more question. Yeah, no. That's a thing. That's a good overview, guys. I think that was a good one. Pretty much covered every aspect of it. Let's even show people what are you guys working on Boolean Maths in the next 6 months, and how does the roadmap looks like, and what are you guys like building right now, which people should be looking forward to.
All right, let's go. Yeah, so some of the stuff that's already in progress is this agentic workflow that will go live around Jan, where you'll be able to simply open up a chatbot and ask the agent, how are your ads doing, and ask it to make those changes. Uh, Second is we'll be building audiences, which will integrate the Meta and Klaviyo. So not just highlight which segments are doing well, but able to push those segments onto Meta and Klaviyo so that you can retarget them.
Hmm.
Third, we will be moving from ROAS level analytics, return on ad spend, to profit on ad spend analytics. We already started the work for this by integrating with shipping providers. So we started work integrating with ShipRocket, Shipway, a few others. And with that logistics data plus the COGS data that's on Shopify or on your other e-commerce
So
providers.
the actual profit can be showcased that okay, this
Yes,
is how much you're
exactly.
really making, not just the
Yeah,
return on ad
Exactly.
spend. So basically the
yes.
ROI. Right.
Yes, not just the fact that you're making $300 for every $100 spent, but the fact that you're making $23 profit for every $100 spent.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Uh, Another thing we'll do is currently ROAS covers Meta and Google. We will add influences on organic to it as well. Uh, so the CAPI bit is already currently no code, but we'll make that agentic as well. So you don't even have to worry about how it's done. Just ask the agent to set up CAPI for you, answer a few questions, and it will take it over from there. Yeah.
Okay.
And on the influencer front, we are working on payout. So if you have a payout model with influencers, you are paying them a certain amount per post, you may pay them a certain amount per month, plus some sales commissions, and all of that will factor into this to generate influencer level loss. This is
Got
all
it.
in work. We are hoping that all of this stuff should go live within the next 3 to 4 months. If you're looking for stuff what's beyond that, that's the 6 month to a year horizon. Quickly touch that as well.
Sure.
So probabilistic multi-touch modeling is this is pretty cool. So what we will do over here is, so currently what we're doing is heuristic modeling. We're looking at actual events, what channel contributed at touch point, and using that user journey to select either first touch or the last touch or linear touch attribution. Over here, we'll shift to actually trying to evaluate which touch points contributed to the conversion. So basically, we look at 100 user journeys, see that in 50 of them, where only Meta was there, the conversion rate is 2.5%. In another 25, where Google and Meta were there, the conversion rate is 2%. And another 25, where only Google is there, the conversion rate is 1.8%. So this data of different combinations coming in, different orders coming in, and what conversion rate and what was you're getting it, all of that will feed into a probabilistic models to actually tell you, you know what, this particular channel, it's contributing this much to your conversions, not on a heuristic basis, but on the actual probabilistic basis. So this will be more accurate than the heuristic models we have right now. We will add some ML layers to it as well, so that we start including not just conversion data, but also add to cart, clicks, visitors, all of that data, so that we can expand our view beyond deterministic clicks to deterministic, beyond deterministic level clicks to actually undeterministic views and stuff. It's a lot of data science that we have to do over there, but all of that will be pretty cool. Budget allocations, we did diminishing returns, pricing modality. I think Bruno asked this question, so you can see this, it's on the horizon.
Makes sense.
Full cost modeling is just expanding further on the profit on ad spend stuff that we talked about. E-commerce, we'll have a plugin similar to Shopify on WooCommerce, which is the second highest platform. So uh, it's a long time coming, but we will have that soon. We will have a plugin where people can just one click and install it easily. We'll have integrations with HubSpot, Zoho, and Salesforce. This will help our clients who are doing lead generation websites so that any lead gen data, post lead gen data that's sitting on those CRMs, that will also be absorbed into BooleanMaths to better inform your attribution models. Uh, AI selects the best attribution model. So like as we add more and more attribution models, the question which attribution model is best for me will just become more complicated. So that's the question that we want our AI to answer for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Similarly, audiences, which we are launching pretty soon, we will add a smart layer on top of it so that it's not just audiences, it's smart audiences, which are dynamically updated and with change based on how the performance is going. Yeah. One thing that we want to do for agencies is not isolate the entire data at a store level, but bring the data from multiple stores under one attribution umbrella, under one model, and generate insights at that level. So that's something we'll be looking at slightly longer horizon. And then there's some stuff around developer access where people will be able to not just access a platform from the UI, but via developer portal to create influencer links in bulk, or get this data back to some other platform that they want to use. So that's what's on the roadmap. If there's any feature that you want me to go into detail, I can surely do that.
I think this was good. There's a question from Dan. He says, how can you sustain a plan cost that's so much less than triple whale? Are they just freezing because people will be able to market the product or rely on word of mouth alone will give you visibility? So basically, how are you guys doing it and decentralizing it compared to triple whale, who is charging a bomb for it? That's the same thing which I talked about in the starting. Like, how are you planning to do this? Like,
So there's two reasons. Triple Whale is an older company, so they have legacy costs, which we don't have. Second, their development is a lot more costly than us because they built a development team in the non-AI era. Our development team can do 4 times the work what a similar size development team would have done 4 years back. So that, like, building the same product, what we have built in the last 1 year, 4 years back would have needed at least 3x the developers. So it is cheaper and faster to build products right now compared to before. Triple Whale just has a lot of legacy costs because they have a bigger development team, they have a bigger sales team, they have to sell on channels that are much costlier. Maybe as we also get bigger, we'll have those inefficiencies, but right now we don't, and that's why we are ready to build them.
fair answer. Yeah, I think Dan, that's why they're able to do this compared to the piggies right now because they already had developed it before. But yeah, it makes sense. That's a good answer. Cool. Yeah. Anything else you guys have to like show people?
Well, that's about it. Surf, anything that I've missed?
No, nothing.
So that's everything, guys.
All right, that's amazing. And before we go, do you guys have anything to say? The last statements before we wrap this whole webinar up, and the folks who attended, Dan, Bruno, and a lot of other folks who were there, have any other more questions for our folks over here? And before we let them go, because at where they are, it's already, I could say,
Pretty late.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a night time.
It's
They're about to sleep. So yeah, please drop
No,
any
no,
questions, and we will take it for them.
yeah. So while people are typing the questions, I'll just give a last statement. So
Hmm?
this is the second LTD we are doing. As almost everyone's aware, everyone's a very good detective in these communities. They find out that first deal very quickly. You can reach out to the people who have subscribed on the first LTD. They will tell you great things about us. We have worked with them hand in hand. And not just because we wanted to give them a great experience, but because they have given us fantastic feedback. Some of our early power users from our previous LTD, they have guided a roadmap as much as us. Like for every feature that was Saurav's suggestion or every feature that was my suggestion, you will find 2 or 3 features that were suggested by early power users. So if you guys come on board at this stage of our journey, which is very early into what we want to build, I see this as a I see this journey as a very, very long journey. We will be here for many years. We will build a huge multi-million dollar company. We'll make a lot of money and we'll make a product that's industry class and which will leave everything behind. But that's the dream. If you join us at this stage, you get a unique opportunity into uh, contributing and shaping it uh, a bit to what you want. So anytime if you ever feel that what this software is not doing what I wanted to do, here you have the option of letting software do what you want to do.
That's perfect. Let's see from Bruno. All looks good. Thank you. It says,
Thanks,
what's the
Bruno.
main differences between old and this deal?
Uh, it's it's fundamentally the same from a limits perspective and from a cost perspective. This deal is slightly cheaper because it's Black Friday. Everyone wants a discount. The product is much better, significantly better. Like before the old deal, we had maybe 20 projects. We were very new in the community. We were very new to this product. Uh, Since then, our volumes have gone up 100x. We have 200 plus projects. Our systems have proved their reliability and scalability. We have a lot of new features. So even if from a deal perspective, the price is the same, the event limits are the same, the system that's powering it is completely different. It's a much more robust, much more accurate system with a lot more features than before.
Hmm. Makes sense. Cool. Bruno, thanks for asking that question. And yes, I think thanks for the last statement, Nitesh, and everyone. Please get the deal from Rocket Hub. It's Black Friday. It's Friday literally today. It's Black Friday event, 20th November today, as we speak. It's happening in around the world. It's just started everywhere else in the world, but for where we are, it's about to end the whole day. But you guys, most of you guys are from the English speaking world, so please go ahead and get the deal, and we would look forward to your feedback and more sales and stuff like that. Bruno has a question, but the credit system changed to previous deal. Before there was visitors, and now it's events.
Yes, we had to make that change because we realized that tracking visitors is computationally a lot more difficult than tracking events. We were doing everything at an event level, processing happens at an event level, conversion APIs happen at an event level. For visitors, it's possible I have 10 visitors but 1,000 events, or 100 visitors but still only 1,000 events. So
Mm.
it just made a lot more sense to shift from visitors to events. So we did that shift uh, actually quite a few months back. It's a shift not between that deal and this deal. It's a shift that we made 3 months back, even for MRR customers.
So this is the change, Bruno, for everyone who is using BooleanMaths. And I think it makes sense as well because events is what most of the attribution tracking tools they charge you on, and that's the primary cost that they have to bear. And yeah, that's the thing. Projects and users, that's not much of a cost, but events is what costs them. And yeah, thanks. Cool. All right. So I think that's about it. Nitesh, Saurav, pleasure speaking to both of you, and thank you so much for taking out time and doing this. And look forward to doing more of these with you soon. And please, whenever any of you have a question, drop in on the deal page. They're answering questions over there. Drop into their email. They're answering questions over there, and get the deal quickly from Rocket Up. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Dish, Saurav, good night. Have a great time and have a great weekend to you and everyone who's watching this as well.
Yeah. Thanks
Thanks,
everyone.
Karan.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you.
See you
See
guys.
you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you soon. See you soon. Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.